What is up, budget builders? My name is Trail, and today we have information regarding a huge tax refund boost for low-income individuals and families. Now, this boost is going to allow people to receive up to $1,500 through a tax credit. Also, guys, there is a new report out that suggests individuals over the age of 65 years old that are still working could receive an earned income tax credit, or also known as EITC. This is a new eligibility from the American Rescue Plan that was signed by President Biden. Depending on if you claim any dependents or not, you could receive between $543 and up to $1,500. So make sure that you watch this video until the very end so that you will know exactly how to claim this maximum credit amount. And also, guys, I have information regarding thousands of low-income families are at risk of losing thousands of dollars if they do not do this one thing when they file their income tax return. This is very important, and a lot of people may miss out on this free stimulus relief aid. Now, guys, hey, if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now, let's go ahead and start with the video. Alright guys, real quick, I wanted to ask you for your support on my new YouTube channel that will be launching sometime very soon, and it's called Budget Build Finance, and I am going to be talking about how to grow your wealth, how to invest in stocks, as well as how to invest in real estate, as well as showing you guys exactly what I'm doing outside of YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it today. I hope to see you guys there. Now also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, as I am starting to post information every single day. But anyways, those two links will be down below in the description. Well guys, just when we thought the Russia and Ukraine thing is almost over with, things have just changed. It appears that Russia has just added 7,000 more troops to the Ukraine border, despite the claims that they had told the United States that they have already withdrawn some of their forces. Russia reported earlier this week that they have actually removed about 5,000 troops from the Ukraine border, and also that the President Putin was interested in discussing some negotiations, but it appears that information was false. Yes, the U.S. says that Russia's claims of troop withdrawal were actually false. As they continue to surround Ukraine, yes, Putin is still interested in invading Ukraine. Now, even though it appears that Russia continues to send more troops to the border, even though they already have more than 130,000 troops already at the border, they continue to tell the United States that they are withdrawing some of their troops, as well as Putin is actually open to negotiations to figure out exactly what they can do to resolve this issue without having to go to war, which is going to result in more lives being lost. But we will continue to follow this story because it appears that it is not over yet. But the good news is that that attack that was supposed to start yesterday on February the 16th did not happen. So far, there haven't been any guns drawn, any missiles shot, or anything like that. So that is some good news. But having this information about them sending over an additional 7,000 more troops is very troubling. I'll keep you guys posted as usual. Hey, look here, the CDC is putting out some good information for a change. Yes, the CDC chief wants to give people a break from mask wearing once the transmission rates are actually improving, which I will say that they have been improving, but just not fast enough. But we are on the right trajectory to get to the point in where we will all be excited about the pandemic is finally over. But yes, guys, the CDC is saying that the infections, the hospitalizations, as well as the deaths are all declining, and the federal health officials could ease guidance on masks very soon, according to the director of the CDC. Now, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, speaking at the White House briefing about COVID-19, said her agency was assessing the data and will soon put guidance in place that encourages prevention measures while protecting public health as well as hospitals. Now, the CDC recommends indoor masking in areas with substantial or high transmission, and that includes 97% of the U.S. counties counties in this country. But as you guys saw over the weekend, in which the Super Bowl actually happened in Los Angeles, California, there was pretty much only about 2% of people actually wearing masks. So the question is this a wearing of masks by the CDC recommendations being upheld by Americans? Well, it appears that it is not. But the good news is that the CDC could remove that factor here very soon. So again, guys, hey, this is some more good information that we are receiving from the CDC, and hopefully some Americans out there will no longer be required to wear those masks at indoor places. Which is also leading to the CDC has now lowered the pandemic travel warning for cruise ships. So for all of you out there that have been waiting to get on a cruise ship, yes, this might be the time to go ahead and lock in your tickets for future travel on a cruise ship. You've got Carnival, you've got Norwegian, and you have celebrity cruise ships. But anyways, guys, hey, hope that information was helpful to you. Now on to some stimulus update news, which is very important for our low-income individuals and families, because according to this article, millions of low-income Americans are eligible for a huge tax refund boost sometime this year. And here is exactly how to receive it. Now it states that low-earning Americans can get a large tax refund due to the American Rescue Plan. Now, exactly what's going on here is that low-income Americans are eligible for an earned income tax credit, which is given to people with the lowest paying jobs, according to the Business Insider. Now, the credit will be worth triple the amount this year for workers who do not have any children. It also says that people can earn up to $1,500 through a tax credit. And the Biden administration expanded the credit, which has raised income limits for the credit and expanded who can actually receive the credit in the American Rescue Plan, which offered relief during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, what they're saying is that the American Rescue Plan allows anyone that is 19 years or older who's not a full-time student and who has earnings to claim the expanded EITC. It expanded both age and income eligibility, as well as it made the credit much larger than before, according to Chris Cox, which is the Deputy Director of the Federal Tax Policy at the liberal think tank Center of Budget and Policy Priorities. Now, who exactly can qualify for this earned income tax credit of up to $1,500? Well, it says, per the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, here are the basic requirements for this particular tax credit. It says you must have worked and earned under $57,414 in 2021. And you must have an investment income below $10,000 in 2021. In addition, taxpayers without children who earn up to $21,430 from their job or either a side gig or either self-employment can earn the tax credit of $1,500. And the tax credit also applies to anyone who is 19 years old or older who meets the guidelines. So guys, those are the particular requirements that are needed in order for you to be able to claim this earned income tax credit up to $1,500. Now, what is exactly next, guys? Hey, the Biden administration has updated a child tax credit website to help new tax filers understand the benefits that they could receive in their tax refunds. So again, guys, hey, if you feel that you meet any of these requirements in this particular article right here, hey, you could be eligible to receive up to $1,500 according to this article, because they are stating that millions of Americans are not even aware of this, and they could be eligible for this huge tax refund boost this year. Now, in addition to that, hey, we do have some more information regarding those individuals who are older than 64 years old, as well as still working. Now, according to this article, it says that over 64 and working, hey, an earned income tax credit can boost your refund check. Now, new lawmakers, workers 65 and older are eligible to claim the EITC on their 2021 tax returns. Now, guys, just to remind you that this is on the AARP website, which is what caught my attention, but it states that in the tax season, the only thing better than a tax deduction is a tax credit. And if you have low to moderate income, the Earned Income Tax Credit, or also known as the EITC, is a very good thing indeed, because a deduction lowers your taxable income, which in turn reduces your amount of taxes. Now, a tax credit, however, reduces the amount of tax that you actually owe, dollar for dollar, such as if you owe $700 in taxes and you get a $500 tax credit, your tax bill will shrink to only $200. Now, this particular EITC is a refundable tax credit, which means that you get the full credit, even if the credit is larger than the amount of taxes that you actually owe for the year of 2021. Such as if you owe zero in income taxes and you had a $500 EITC, for example, you get $500 tax refund back into your pockets. So yes, guys, this is some very good news, but exactly who can qualify for this EITC? Well, it says that, as its name implies, you need to have an earned income tax to get the EITC. Earned income is money that you get from working for someone else, for working for yourself, or working for a business that you actually own. However, alimony, interest, and dividends, as well as pension payments or either Social Security benefits, do not count. Also, guys, you must know that if you have an investment account income of less than $10,000 in 2021, hey, you could be eligible. Also, if you have a valid Social Security number, hey, you could be eligible. And if you are a U.S. citizen or a resident alien for the entire year of 2021, hey, you are eligible. Also, if you don't have any dependents or any children, you must have lived in the United States for at least half of the year of 2021, and you can't be claimed as a dependent on anyone else's tax return. You could be eligible for this EITC. And that is because the American Rescue Plan, guys, that was signed last year, which has opened up the door for the EITC and its eligibility significantly for the year of 2021. It actually removed the age cap for the credit. So people 65 years and older can now get that credit. And it also decreased the minimum age for the credit to 19 from 25 years old. And the minimum age for students is 24 years old. And for former foster children is at 18 years old. Now, the bill also raised the maximum EITC that taxpayers without dependents can actually claim from $543 now to $1,502 for the 2021 tax year. In addition to that, guys, hey, the maximum income that you can have to claim this credit has actually risen. And the table below here on the screen shows the income ceilings for the EITC eligibility for the 2021 tax year. So, guys, as you can see, if you have 0 children and you are a single or the head of household in your house, the maximum amount of money, or according to the AGI, has to be less than $21,430. And if you have up to 3 children or dependents in your household and you are single head of household, hey, you can't make more than $51,464. Or if you are married, you can't make more than $57,414. Yes, guys, look at this chart right here on the screen. I'll leave it up just for a second, but if you meet these requirements and you make less than these amounts on the screen on this chart right here, you could be eligible to receive up to $1,502 on your tax return for the 2021 tax season. So again, guys, hey, if you meet these requirements in this article, if you are 65 years or older and you are still working, hey, you could be eligible for this additional stimulus relief aid to be deposited into your checking account this year when you file your 2021 tax refund. And then last but not least, guys, hey, we have another article in regards to low-income families who are at risk of losing thousands of dollars if they don't file an actual tax return. Now, those other 2 articles we talked about are regarding if you do file your tax return. But what about those individuals that feel like they do not need to file a tax return? Hey, you could be missing out on thousands of dollars as well. Now, it says that for some rural residents who are not filing a tax return this year could cost them more than $6,000. Now, that's because of the changes to the EITC that we just talked about as part of the COVID-19 pandemic relief efforts, which means that more people are actually eligible this time around than before. And that is because you could be eligible to receive more money that could be due back to you when you file your tax return. But like I said, guys, in order to get this money, hey, people have to actually file their tax return, even if they weren't eligible in previous years, because making Americans aware of this change is the goal of the nationwide campaign that is called Get It Back. Yes, guys, as part of the American Rescue Plan, changes to the EITC made some 17 million people or Americans eligible for a tax credit this time around. Now, previously, the EITC was available to families with children and childless individuals ages 25 years old and up. The ARP temporarily extended the eligibility to childless working age now from 19 years old and up, as well as workers 65 years old and older. But anyways, guys, hey, this article is pretty much talking about exactly what we just talked about in the previous article, but I wanted to reassure you that in the previous years, if you didn't have to file a tax return, hey, this year is different, guys, because the American Rescue Plan that was signed by President Biden actually changed the way the Earned Income Tax Credit actually worked out. And now more individuals and low-income families, as well as individuals, are now eligible for this particular tax credit, and they could be receiving up to $1,500. So again, guys, I am urging you, check out these articles. I'm going to go ahead and link them down below. But anyways, guys, if you didn't file a previous tax return in the previous years, you want to make sure that you file one this time, because this time around, hey, you could be eligible to leave on the table up to $1,500. And hey, who wants to leave $1,500 on the table? But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all of this information was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.